Andy hates the country. He's not pledging fealty.
Brutal.
He's denying. We have to investigate. I'll let Ice know, and he'll be the next plane out.
Go down.
All right. Are we on yet? Are we on the thing yet? Can I stop fooling around?
You're now on YouTube Live.
Oh, see, now they caught the last piece of that. Well, welcome YouTube Live. Everybody's watching online. You missed all the discourse about the trees that we talked about, but you're welcome to join us, as is everybody here, for the December 1st, 2025 annual meeting of the Village Board of Trustees, which is a special meeting because it is our meeting where we do all of our appointments. This is, what do we call it? The reorganization meeting?
Technically, the annual meeting, it's known colloquially as a organization meeting or.
But it's the annual meeting. This is our annual meeting.
Also known as reorganizational or organizational meeting, but it's technically an annual meeting.
Okay, so our annual meeting where we do the most important things. We're taking oaths of office today, as well as we are we're getting a nice report about, a very thorough and thoughtful report from our treasurer, Kyle Coimbra, and who's not part of the band. That's not I thought I had his name wrong. So I'm like, wait, am I mistaking him? Said Cambria and the band from Nyack that we gave the key to the city to?
Sounds like that.
Not part of the band. He's not moonlighting as our treasurer. So we have a lot of things to do today. Thank you all for being here. A couple of quick remarks. I would just let you know that we put out this week on digital the third of our seasonal event guides for Nyack. We did it during the summer for the summer event guide. Then we have the fall event guide. Now we have the holiday event guide, which is really just months events in December. There are enough events to fill up the event guide. It's about 60 events, I think, all told. That are in the event guide that for a lot of holiday events and a lot of other events that are happen to be taking place in December. You can all get it at nyack.link/events at any time of the year. The most recent event guide is always put up at that link. And next week we're going to have the release of the new district shopping map, which is new, which will be, I think, really interesting. And I'm looking forward to everybody finally getting a look at that I've been working on with Sam Wettelish. And with some of the business owners. Was it this last week? I think it was since our last meeting that I went to the memorial service for Vincent Cuccia, the patriarch of the Cuccia family that owns Strawberry Place. That was, I think, a week ago last weekend. And I'd like to remind me to adjourn the meeting in his honor. He was a remarkable man who really created a Nyack treasure 50 something years ago. He started Strawberry Place. It's still there. It's still a wonderful place to get breakfast and brunch. My kids love it. And it's a real mainstay down in that neighborhood. And he and his wife started. And they've kept it in the family all that time since then. His son Vincent, I think, runs it now, or Vinny runs it now, who's also a volunteer firefighter and does wonderful work for the community. So he will be missed, and it was a huge turnout for the event. All right, I don't have anything else. Anybody from the Board of Trustees have anything they want to highlight? We have the tree lighting on Friday night in Easter Square. There will be a Hanukkah lighting sometime, I think, a week and a half.
14th.
The 14th. It's on the 14th, so 2 weeks from today, or 2 weeks from today. Around 2 weeks from today. I can never keep
Sunday.
it. Sunday. It's a Sunday. And there's a big musical event this weekend on Saturday with we're really grateful for Jason Robert Brown, who's a Tony-winning composer who lives in Upper Nyack and is doing an event for Proyecto Faro at the Angel on Saturday night to raise money. I think there's still tickets available. He's bringing two really remarkable, wonderful singers to join him, and he doesn't perform personally all that much, so it'd be fun to see him, as well as I've seen some of his shows, but I've never seen him perform live, so that should be great. And there's a bunch of other things this weekend. Check the event guide, nyack.link/events, to check all the stuff happening this weekend. You have something? Anybody have anything they want to add?
Yeah, I just want to mention, last meeting, we heard a presentation about the Depew House. And there's an update that the library Board of Trustees decided to delay any decisions about the Depew House until July. So, and they're all in favor of going forward with the historic landmark designation for Depew House.
Okay, well, that's good news. Anybody else? All right, we should do the oath of office first, I believe we need to, so we'll do those first and then we'll take public comment and then I'll move on to some, if there's people here for a particular issue, we'll move on to that, but let's do the oaths of office. So do we come up here
Yes,
and you read them out to us and then we say them?
yes, you're gonna repeat after me.
You say it at the same time
Can we?
or
Can you
individually?
all? just
No,
say your
individually,
names?
no, individually, you gotta do individually. People are here for, we shouldn't mix them up. We might
Okay, perfect.
mix streams or something like in Ghostbusters. The,
You have 3 shots.
three times.
Third one's a
Who
charm.
goes first? What do what order? do
You
do?
should go.
I do it first.
Stand it.
Raise your right hand, sir.
Take some picture, wait, hold.
Hold on that way, so you can see.
Take some picture.
Fran's gonna say go.
I know.
On the other side.
Get 4 months.
Very much accurate.
Ready?
Second.
I, Joseph Rand,
I, Joseph Rand,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of mayor
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of mayor
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Superb. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome to another 2 years.
Great job, Flor.
That was excellent. 10 out of 10.
All right, this is pressure.
Discharge the duties next a little off.
All right, stop. Okay,
Yeah.
good point. No taken.
I got a little lost in there. I was like, wait, discharge the what now?
Before you look it up, like, I want to look up.
Well, that's.
Okay, excellent. So
Oh,
the
nice.
team effort.
So what do I do?
Okay.
Just like
You
that.
raise your right
Just hold it like
hand.
that. There you go.
Perfect.
Okay,
Great.
I, Joe Carlin,
I, Joe Carlin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of village trustee
the duties of village trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. So,
2 for 2.
sir,
Live on in infamy.
thank you so much.
You're up.
I am. Now, we ready? Okay, raise your right hand, please. I, Natalie Ryola Taylor,
I'm Natalie Rita Taylor.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York.
and that I will faithfully discharge
And I'll faithfully discharge
the duties of village trustee
the duties of village trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Sworn in.
Thank you so much.
Do we know?
Prize is, as they say, more pie. Won the pie eating contest. Prize is, here's some pie. You get to take some pies home. All right, we'll take public comments on any topic. You have public comments? Oh, okay, you can make a comment. You're here, you're spending time. That's a good public comment. It's more positive than normal. We don't usually get a lot of those. You sure you don't have a problem with something like you don't want to bring up? I want to skip, I believe that, former Mayor Hammond is here probably for item, what's the number? 7-8, the resolution about the housing authority budget. Do you want to come talk about that and we'll get that out of the way? So you don't have to stick around for all the other stuff?
Really don't have a whole lot to say. Let me get up here.
Wait, do we have to have it?
Yeah, you wanna-
Oh, this is 7-8. Well, yeah, I'll open up the thing. Can I get resolution 25-209, action item 7.8, approving the Nyack Housing Authority budget for fiscal year 2024-25. Can I get that on the table?
Motion. Second.
All right, let's take comment. Let's take some introduction from Mayor Hammond.
Sure, thank you. And congratulations to those of you that won election and now you're sworn in, so you'd be sworn in.
There.
Yeah, that's only fair, right?
True that.
So, I'm here just to answer any questions you may have about the FY 25 budget. Just to a reminder, it is FY 26 and this is the FY 25 budget.
Mhm.
These are actual numbers, but there are some, we're still straightening out some of our financial, we won't call it a mess, but some of our financial issues that we have to work on. So there are some, when the audits come out, that's when those will be the finalized numbers. These are pre-audited numbers, obviously. It's supposed to be a prospective look, but it's actually what we've already spent.
Oh, okay.
You will be getting the FY 26 budget, which we're in the middle, or 8 months in. Well, you'll be getting that either for your probably for your January meeting. And then the 27 budget will come in the regular time frame where you'll get it so that you can approve it before April 1st. So we're getting on track, and we're also getting on track with our audits. Do you want to know about this, or do you want to just?
Why don't you give us the.
So we're getting on track with our audits. Our FY 23 audit is done. It will be uploaded into the federal website tomorrow morning. It was a pretty brutal audit. We had 7 findings. Usually if you have one, you're going, oh my gosh, we had 7. We're working through every one of them. We have an action plan to fix each one of them. There's nothing that is outrageous. It was all things like, you didn't get your budget in on time. We knew that. You didn't have a contract for your executive director. We knew that. So all of them we sort of anticipated, but it's still a lot to deal with. But we do have plans in place. We'll have our FY 24 budget will start Wednesday. So we should have that done by like the first week in January. And then our FY 25 budget will begin right after that. And then again, our FY 26 budget audit won't be due until next year. So after like the end of January, maybe beginning of February, we'll be completely up to speed and in compliance with all our financial issues with both the state and the federal government. So that's the report. I think Marva's still drinking from a fire hose. It's really, she's been doing a very good job, but it's a lot. And there's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed. We've had a couple staff that have left, one for health reasons and another one because she got a much better job. So we're just really, every time we think we've got things sort of straightened out to go forward, something else happens. But Marva's on top of all of it. She's really doing a good job. And we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's come, we're getting there. And the staff is very encouraged about all the work that we've been doing to get things in compliance. So we'll need one more board member after January. Other than that, we're good. And thank you for approving Miriam. She's going to be wonderful. I've talked to her today.
We're doing it today.
Oh, today. Well,
In anticipation of us approving.
so if you have any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them. We're really digging into numbers, but we can't really do a thorough dig in through the numbers in the past until we get the audits done. Once those are done, then we'll be able to really get things together. We'll have the FY 23 audit for you, probably for your January meeting to review. And I don't think you have to accept it. We just give it to you for your fund.
Mhm.
So we're catching up.
Don't we have 2 vacancies on the board?
We had one. We're
We had
filling
one.
it tonight.
Oh, okay, just.
We're filling it tonight.
Okay.
There's only one person whose term is up next year,
Yes.
which they might re-up or we might replace, but Don is stepping down in January. So
Oh, I see.
that's the one he's talking about, is that he has done more than anyone could have expected or asked of him. So he is gonna sit down. We'll need someone to fill that spot in
You're
January.
stepping down?
So that announcement's been made.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said we needed somebody new. I thought that was public. I'm sorry.
It's better.
Forget I said it. You were saying, you said we needed someone in January. I thought that was an allusion to the fact that everybody knew.
No, no one
Well,
knew. Now they do.
you beg the question as to why we would need somebody in the board.
Yeah, but no one was gonna ask that question.
We got a question, don't we need somebody? That's exactly what we got. So I had to explain, I'm sorry, Don, I
No,
stole
that's
your
quite all
thunder
right.
and,
I've already spoken with Marva about it and with the attorney. And there's a couple things that depending on how the board wants to respond to that. We'll see whether I stay on the audit committee to work through the rest of the issues.
am I allowed to deny him his attempts to try to, can I just keep him on until?
Yeah, just don't
Till the
accept
end
my
of time?
resignation.
I don't accept your resignation. I don't know if I will say, Mr. Mayor, you leaving the mayor's position, which is a very, it's a very time consuming and, big job. And then leaving that to then take over what probably was, because of the circumstances, a much tougher position. Being the chair of the board of, or just joining the board of the Housing Authority and eventually moving up to chair. You've done remarkable work there. You've done incredible work there to right that ship, and it was so necessary. And it was a very selfless act of public service. And I'm very grateful that you did it.
Well, thank you, Joe. Thank you for saying that. I really, no offense to any of you, because I've served where you're sitting, but I honestly think it's one of the most important, if not the most important board in the village.
Sure.
Because we are serving the most economically strong folks in our community. They're challenged, and that staff does an amazing job working through all the difficulties of the community up there and at Depew Manor. But I really feel it's really critical that board runs really well, and that housing authority starts to become one of the better housing authorities in the state. And we're on our way.
That's great.
But I really believe
That's great.
that it's really important that all of you back them and make sure that you hold them accountable to being that. It's really important.
Thank you, Don. Thank you very much. All right. Is there any questions or comments about the budget that we got for this most previous budget year, not the current budget year?
No, I did have a question. You said, are the positions that are open, have people been hired for those positions?
It just happened.
Oh,
And we started interviewing right away.
oh, okay.
So we've started through the civil service process,
Yeah.
getting lists,
Right.
getting approvals for different things. We already went through one list, and the fact that the person wasn't there for the 6 months, we can go right down over the same list that you had.
Oh, okay.
The other one I believe we had to do a new list.
Okay.
Civil service is fun.
Yeah, that's you had a big heavy lift. Although, to be honest, when you were trustee, we didn't have cannabis discourse, so you missed all that. So you don't know just how exciting this job can be.
Love to like call a fourth Beetlejuice. I don't understand.
All right, can I get, so we have on table, any further questions about the Housing Authority budget?
I don't have a question, I just wanna make a comment to Don, like seriously, thank you for your service. You have caught this board up to speed financially, and that's huge, so thank you for that.
You're welcome. I won't say it was my pleasure, but I was glad I could do it.
As we were glad you could do it, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, any final comment? All right, all in favor? Aye, motion carries unanimously.
Which one was this again?
Huh?
7
7.8, it's item 7.8. All right, let's go back. We have a presentation. Kyle is taking time off from touring the world with his band to fill us in. Fill us in on what's going on. This is the fiscal year ending in October, so it's 5 months into a 12-month year.
Before we begin, no relation at all?
No, it's
No.
a
Okay.
made up name. No, it's totally made up. They made up the name. It's from a story.
I won't lie.
That's not their
I thought it was
names.
someone's
That's not their
last
names. Kurt Steyer and
name. Listen,
the other-
you gotta copyright your last name now, you know?
Alright, so I'm gonna start with the revenue here. I'm gonna give you guys a brief walkthrough of the major points to highlight here, but if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask. Like Joe was just saying, this is as of October 31st, so about 5 months into the year, about 42% of the year. So starting off at the top, you'll see taxes. The tax season's over with now. We collected all our taxes, so you'll see all the revenue there. in the section below the one thing I want to point out is the cannabis here. That number there is for 4 months. We haven't got our October check yet. So far
Oh,
we're
we're ahead. Then we're ahead of the number.
correct. So far we're averaging 43K a month. So we're on pace to exceed the 400 and be closer to 500,000 in the year for the revenue line there.
I'm not gonna say a word.
Moving down, I'm just gonna highlight any outliers that might look crazy.
Yeah, the outliers, if you look at this, Andy and I went over this today, we highlighted some of the things that you're gonna address, some of the. Basically, if you look on the right-hand side, anything that's not around 40%, it's, as a revenue side, you wanna like say, why is it not 40%? If it's not, it might be because the revenues come in later in the year than,
Right.
you know, they all hit in February or March, the way that we're at 100% of taxes, doesn't mean like, oh my God, we're doing great with the
Right.
property tax, we're gonna be way above it. No, we've collected every dollar we're gonna collect for the year already.
Right.
And then if it's very high, that might be interesting for some other reason, that might be the revenues are exceeding our projections for some reason, because we shouldn't be above 100, well, if we're a little above 40%, that just means it's coming in a little higher than expected, but that might be a ebb and flow.
Right.
But if it's way higher than expected, that probably means
Just the
revenues
time.
are higher than anticipated. All right, so I'll let you do with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like you were just mentioning, if you go down to line 36, 37 with their marina revenue, you can see the numbers percentage wise are low. That's just the nature of when we collect it is towards the end of the year. In March and May times when all their marina revenue comes
We
in.
caught it was in last year's budget. It was in
Correct,
last
yeah,
year's budget.
yeah, so this most of
collected the
the
money
this
in
summer
last
would have been in last year, correct. Then if you go down to line 56 on the side, I was just gonna point out the building department line there for their permits, they're above, so we expect them to exceed their revenues for the year there.
You remember, we were very conservative with that budgeting. He
Yeah.
gave us a number that was higher than 250 and we said, scale it back because we don't want to count chickens before they're hatched. It's a little bit tough to anticipate.
Correct. On line 61, that will be the court downstairs. Their number's really low, and the reason why that is, when we had no court clerk for a while, I wasn't receiving all the checks, so I got them all now, but a lot of the months were delayed. So through October, the number is more realistically around 50K, which puts it into line where they should be
Okay,
getting to their.
that's good.
And then.
By the way, can you just remind everybody, there's no forfeited bail. It's just the name of the title. It's just fine. We don't take bail at anybody. That comes up every now and then. That's just fines.
Can we change it? Can we change that?
Yeah, I can change it just so it presents that way, but that's just the generic name of the line.
Can we change it to money that Mr.
Oh, okay, no, for that name change.
Dennis Michael's tax.
Can I
Dennis
second
Michael's
that?
tax.
We would love that.
Dennis's money. Yeah, I
I'll
like that.
designate it, whatever. the state
No, let's-
comptroller's
let's-
office.
Absolutely call it the Dennis Michael tax.
That's what we'll call it. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you for that.
I'm gonna change.
Well, Dennis,
that,
we're
right?
gonna know you're at 15% of budget, Dennis, so you gotta pick up the pace.
Yeah, right.
You know, Manny's doing great. He's way above and your department's really gotta get those checks in. All right, what's next?
Then I was gonna just say on line 71 and 72, that's the payments we get from the parking authority and the water department. Those they give us at the end of the year. That's why those are sitting at zero.
Which ones? I'm sorry.
It's 71, 72.
is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then overall on the bottom, you can see the total on line 85. We've collected so far about 79% of our revenue. And we're on pace here to overshoot what we projected.
So now,
You have an idea about how?
I don't know exactly where we'll end up, but definitely I think we'll go. The biggest thing that we'll go over will be the cannabis, and I think that, like I said, Mitch could go over to 100K over.
and building department.
Building department, yes.
Those are the two biggest ticket items we have probably other than taxes.
Well, you said we'll be over around 200K,
I think at least 100 will go
at
over.
least 100.
I mean, so it's tough to judge it says 79%, but that's because the biggest tax we have is the property tax, and that's already booked for the year.
Right.
But the nice part, I'll point out something, well, I'll let you point it, if you don't point out, I'll point out. All right, let's do revenues,
I mean expenses.
huh?
That's the revenue.
Oh, that's revenue, sorry, expenditures,
Yep.
for appropriations.
Yep, so if you go on there, there's not too many things I'm worried about here. I was just gonna talk about a few of the lines that are already over or I expect to be over by the end of the year. If you go down to line 101, that will be the DPW equipment line. That was because they purchased two equipment that we didn't initially budget for, but you guys were well aware they were gonna purchase. And that was their 150K for Meridian barriers and about 45K for a Bobcat. So that's why their line is already over here.
And that was not a budget item, but those were money that we bought out of what we thought was
Correct.
extra cash flow. So we had the money for it, we just didn't budget for it.
Correct.
Because it wasn't revenue that we collected this year, it was revenue that was collected in prior years
Correct.
above and beyond what we spent, yeah.
Yep. Then I will go to
And
line,
notice, by the way, the reason you're not gonna see most of these budget lines, from one to, the first two pages of appropriations, is that most of these are salaries. And the
Yes.
salaries are, they're literally, they should be exactly where they should be, literally at 40%. They're off a little bit. That might just be the vagaries of how it gets booked and when it got booked, but everybody's on the page, gets paid all year.
yes, exactly. Moving on, another one I was gonna point out, line 115, that line right there is where, the security deposits for that came out of our housing fund for the fire victims, where we paid for their
Okay.
security deposits went.
Oh, the community action.
Correct, so that was the total that, for all the security deposits was $12,536.
Which line?
Line
115.
115.
So the security deposit brokers fee, there were some brokers fees in there, not for our side. The agents represented the families for free, but sometimes they would find a space that was rented with a broker and that broker had to get paid.
Right.
So we paid those broker fees out of this fund. We didn't do too bad. That's not too bad.
Yep, the other one, the last line, expense line that's over here, I wanted to point out was line 128, which is our celebrations contractual. This line is mostly fireworks with our other holidays and stuff. We're already over in this line, and the biggest reason why we're already over was tunnels for towers, which obviously wasn't budgeted for at the time, so that pushed us over there.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Tunnels for towers,
The
sorry.
9/11 event? Okay, thank you.
So then I'll just say high level at the bottom, the total, we're at 47.2%, which in terms of a full year scale is slightly higher. But a lot of these expenses are yearly expenses like our retirement, our insurance. It's a one big bill in a whole year, so it's not as bad as,
There's nothing, you don't see anything here that's worrisome, that's tracking way higher than we expected, and that should be a problem.
Correct, yeah, nothing that it seems to be a major issue.
Well, that's good news. And I would just point out from a cash flow perspective, so far this year, we've collected $5.5 million and we've spent $3.2 million. So we should be flush with cash, right?
Correct. Mhm.
Okay. That's good.
That
news.
out loud.
You said, yeah.
We gotta say stuff. That's like literally an observation.
The other village is jealous.
I know, we're gonna spend down that money. We've got a lot of expenses to come. The revenues we're not gonna get the big chunk of revenue. I mean, we're at a big percentage of our revenue for the year already. But the point is, from a cash flow perspective,
Right,
we are in good shape. And that is important. Like,
No.
cash flow is important because if you don't, you might have money come to you, but if you can't pay salaries because you run a grant, you gotta have that cash.
Yeah, yeah.
The business, yeah, if you're
What
running a
begs the
business.
question, one of the, some months ago, we talked about the surplus funds, the accounts.
yes, yeah,
What is the status?
yep, so you wanted to ask me about just cash in general of each funds and how we're standing there.
Yeah,
It's very hard to determine because the nature of how things were reported in the past here. So I'm working to clean it up as much as possible, but it's gonna take time. Just the way it's recorded, it'd be impossible to give a clear representation of where it is.
Yeah, we were very careful. We had some indication previously that we had like $1.2 million or $1.3 million of free cash flow, meaning above and beyond what we needed to cover our expenses. That may or may not be correct. We don't know. What happened was, once we realized that we wanted to be a little bit cautious, a lot of that equipment that we needed to buy, some of those overdue purchases we did through bonding. And they're showing up in the budget now because we paid for them, but they were bonded as opposed to paid for out of excess cash flow. But at some point, you will get your hands around, and then we'll have an idea of whether or not we've got money for some special projects that we might want to put in place.
Mhm.
And we're not supposed to run a big surplus every year, so
Correct.
you want to, if you have that money, you want to put it to good use rather than, you don't want it to sit around, because if it sits around, then you might lose it, might go back.
when do you think you'll have that, information?
It's definitely gonna be a while still. There's a lot still to go through.
By the next budget season?
I would hope so. I hope so. By the next time we do the budget, yes.
The money is sitting in accounts.
The money is sitting in accounts. It's just the way things were reported. It's not very clear if certain money belongs to certain funds.
Okay, is it the bearing interest?
It's yes, all of our money is a bearing interest, correct?
Okay.
Correct. So, and I could show you, if you would like to come one time to my office, I could show you why it's so confusing and it's very not clear and I have to go through a lot of things in order to make it more clear so I can give you a better picture.
Okay.
But just how things were done in the past, it's impossible to.
I'll make an appointment with you.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll come as
Yeah.
well. Because I would like to see how that plays out, because it is an important thing to know. I mean, listen, the problem well, we have a lot of cash, we're just not sure which account it belongs to and whether it might be spoken for at some point in the future is a better problem to have than we have no cash and we're hoping that, we can, that it's fine because we actually paid everything, because
Right.
you'd rather have the cash, which apparently we do. We have sufficient funds in our accounts.
Yeah.
Not necessarily flush with cash. We have sufficient funds in our accounts and we might knock on wood have enough to do some special projects within the next budgeting season, which would be good. Because we certainly have things that we could do if we had the money to do them.
Can I ask about the summer food reimbursables? Do we get reimbursed?
So, it matches the expense and revenue. It's a wash and it comes right back.
Will that change if like the feds don't pay for summer food at all? Like, will we have to take that burden on our?
We've always got reimbursed for it, so I believe we always will, so.
Okay.
Oh, you have faith. You have faith
Yeah,
in
you
the
have faith.
government that I
don't.
I'm not
The
as
same.
No.
sanguine about it.
Um,
There was, by the way, there was something that on the expense, I can't find the expense line now. But we did have, we had put in for outside attorney fee. We put like a big amount of money for outside.
It is line 45 here, law contractual.
Line 45 law contractual, which we had $100,000 budgeted, we've spent $6,000. The reason for that is we budgeted the money anticipating that we might be doing some eminent domain proceedings against some buildings. And then at least several of those buildings ended up getting foreclosed on and changing hands, and the new owners are they seem to be responsible building owners that are going to do good things for the village. So we're not as eager to exercise the eminent domain. We still might, but that's basically $100,000 budget. We haven't spent it, so that's good news. It may be in the future. We may have, I mean, we might have some litigation in the future that might require some outside counsel, so that might get tapped, but probably not to the full level that we budgeted for.
I would say on that too, we do have a lot of bills in November. This is up to October. We have a lot of bills in November for that from our union contract expenses. I
Okay,
believe now it's about like 10,000.
that's not bad.
Right in that area.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Kyle, this is really great. Thank you for doing this.
Kyle, I gotta tell you something, you really have a good handle on it.
Yes.
Thanks. No, that.
You inspire
And a
confidence.
great- Yeah, and a great disposition.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, adoption of the minutes. Action item number 6. Any comments or questions on the minutes for November 13th?
We gotta get it on the table.
Oh, I'm sorry, can I get this on the table?
Motion.
Second.
Now can I have any comments or questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion, the minutes are adopted. Action items, 7.1, resolution 25-202, accepting the audited voucher survey. Can I get this on the table?
Motion.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 7.2, resolution 25-203. Accepting the mayor's slate of appointments. So I'm gonna read through let's get this on the table, then I'll read through it. Can I get this on the table?
Motion.
Second.
All right, so here are the appointments that are being made under this resolution for Deputy Mayor Pascal Jean-Gilles, Registrar of Vital Statistics Patricia Evans, Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics Linda Donnelly, Tax Collector Kyle Combria. That's a great title. Village Attorney Dennis D. Michaels Esquire, Village Administrator Andy Stewart, Village Treasurer Kyle Combria, doubling as our tax collector. Associate Village Justice Peter Close Esquire, Village Marriage Officer Joseph Rand, Village Historian JP Schutz, Planning Board Chair Lotha Rothschild, Architecture Review Board Chair Greg Healy, Parks Commissioner Chair James Wilcox. I missed the Zoning Board of Appeals Chair Steve Milton. Didn't want to miss Steve. He does wonderful work. Parks Commissioner Vice Chair Andrew DeVito, Water Commissioner Chair William McDowell, Village Planner Robert Galvin, Village Engineer Eve Mancuso from Weston and Sampson, and account signatories Joseph Rand, Andrew Stewart, Anne Marie Tilsty, the assistant to the village administrator. Those are the appointments I want to express, and I think you all share this expression of great gratitude for the people that work here, as well as the people who volunteer for these positions on our land use boards and the other boards. That is a lot of work they do, for no compensation. Sorry?
Thankless job.
It's a thankless job. No,
Thank you for your service, Dennis.
I always say thankless is an overstatement because
For the board,
because
not me, I feel very thanked.
yeah, thankless implies that people don't thank you, but it's actually more that people complain a lot. So it's like thankless would be a step up for a lot of the people that volunteer their time to do these jobs. So
Wait,
thank
can
them.
you arrest us if we don't pay our taxes? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that?
Not me,
No.
We should get you like a outfit to wear tax
Oh my God.
with like a wig and stuff, and you can walk around.
Not big
Walk around. Tax collector is that's such a scary, almost like a medieval term.
If
Here
I was
comes
gonna
the
say, it
tax
reminds
collector.
me of the nativity.
It's like the wire. Kyle's coming. Kyle's coming. All right. Any comments or questions?
Thank you, everyone, for serving.
Thank you, everyone, for serving. All right, all in favor? Aye, motion carries unanimously. Congratulations and thanks to everybody serving. 7.3, resolution accepting the another slate of appointments.
These are the 5-year ones.
These are the 5-year ones. Can I get this on the table?
Motion.
Second.
These are for appointments for 5-year terms for what looks to be some of the other boards. That would be Architecture Review Board member Scott O'Neill, Nyack Housing Authority Miriam Rubinson, who's moving from ZBA, Parks Commissioner Chris Latanzio, Water Commission member Jay Phillips, and Water Commission member Elizabeth Turk. I want to thank them the same way we thank the other people who are accepting appointments today. I want to thank them for their work. That a lot of them have already been doing that work, and this is a reappointment. And the people that are joining these boards, I want to thank them very much for their service to the community and to the village. Any comments or questions?
Yeah, I do. Miriam
Rubinson, yeah.
Yeah, she was on the ZBA's.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with her.
No idea.
She was recommended to us, and then we went to ask her if she would be willing to move over from one to the other. We had a more pressing need on the housing authority. She's got property management experience that we think would be helpful. And she accepted, even though I think she was an alternate on the ZBA.
Mhm.
So this was a step up in terms of her commitment to the village, and I'm very appreciative of her.
Do we know who she replaced? Was it Linda Papalato or was it someone else?
It's tough to keep track because there were a bunch of people.
You're right about that.
I think it was Linda's, because Linda moved away or
Yeah,
something.
she left, she's not in Rockland.
Members. No, she's still
I
here.
think she's
She
about
is?
college. Yeah, she moved from the village, yeah.
Now I got beef.
She's by the wall.
Any comments or questions? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you for your service. And designating 7.4, resolution 2025-205, designating repositories. Can I get this on the table?
Motion.
Second.
This is to designate KeyBank, M&T Bank, and MBIA Municipal Investors Service Corps as the depositories of all monies received by the village treasurer, the village clerk, and the receiver of taxes. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 7.5, resolution designating the official paper of the village. Can I get on the table?
Motion.
Second.
We're appointing Journal News again as the Rockland Edition as our official newspaper. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. 7.6, resolution adopting the village procurement policy. Can I get this on the table?
Yeah.
This is to adopt our village procurement policy, which I don't believe has changed from previous years. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Motion carried unanimously. 7.7, resolution 25-208, designation of the land use board meeting dates. Can I get this on the table?
Second.
All right, you can see the dates on the next page. I did ask whether we were avoiding religious holidays to make sure we didn't have any conflict. Was told that we have. There are some notes here for meetings out of order that might actually be for situations where the meetings would have been on a holiday of some sort. Any comments or questions?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried unanimously. We did 7.8. 7.9, resolution to set a public hearing to put a sunset provision on the exemption for the prohibition of gas powered leaf blowers. Can I get this on the table?
Motion.
Second.
The public hearing would be on Thursday, January 8th. And it would put a sunset, the provision that we passed last month would end on December 31st, 2028. Any comments or questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 7.10, approving 7.10 resolution 2025-211, resolution approving the publication of a competitive bid for rooftop solar arrays on the DPW and Village Hall. Can I get this on the table?
Motion.
Second.
All right, this is just to solicit bids, right?
Yes,
But we're gonna put solar arrays on the building here and the DPW building.
so actually there's one other one which is likely as well, which is on top of the Head Start building.
Okay,
Maybe we'll just add that to this resolution so that when we have that.
all right, so can I a motion, can I get a motion to amend the resolution to add the Head Start building?
Motion.
Second.
Any comments or questions on the amendment? All in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Are the resolutions amended? Any comments or questions about the resolution as amended? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Anything that may be against it, but everyone was quiet. I was waiting for the nays to come in.
I mean, I'm just lamenting over the fact we can't throw parties on the roof anymore, so.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Sorry.
that will be shameful. Well, get them in while you can. They may
Have
not.
your iPhone up there though.
Comfortable. It's a
Get a nice suntan.
compromise. I'm okay with that.
Like the old days when you got the little things you used to hold out, get a suntan, you go up there, you crisp up beautifully. Anyone for public comment? Seeing nobody here. If you're home watching this on the YouTube, you can make a public comment if you wish. We won't be able to hear it, but
Yeah, email.
you'll know that you can make a public comment via email at any time. But you can speak to your computer if you wish. Number 9, departmental reports. We don't have anything from OPD. Weren't able to have the meeting this month that we usually have.
No, we were talking about scheduling.
We're scheduling, you know what, yes, that got lost in the shuffle.
Like
They
a
asked me.
2-on-2 meeting.
Yeah.
2-on-2
yeah,
meetings. I'm
yeah.
gonna send a note to myself to remind myself to get that scheduled. Yeah, I'll get that probably. We'll set it up for early in January to when we get to the new year.
And also in that vein, the public safety patrol, can we get a status report, what they're doing, how they're interacting, if they've seen anything, just a general sense of where they're at this moment?
Do you want that now or?
If you have anecdotal, do you want to share some anecdotal impressions?
I meet regularly with the supervisors of that program. And they're following the instructions that we provided in terms of their walking route. They are going down the marina, they're going out of the park, they spend most of their time on Main Street. They cut through the RDP and Village lots, Fresh Market lot. Fresh Market asked them to come by around 10 o'clock because that's when they close up, and they felt a little extra eyes on their
Seen them
park.
around
That
that
would be
time.
helpful when the staff walk out the door. I've just gotten positive feedback about it. The people who are working that detail seem satisfied and comfortable and have learned their way around. I haven't been getting any phone calls or complaints. They seem very attentive.
We did have some nice comments that were made publicly from some people in the community who are often relatively squeaky wheels about things when they're not going well, saying that things that they feel like there's been a tone change in the downtown, which is, can be attributed to a number of things. The OPD is doing more foot patrols than they had been doing in the past, and I think that's helped a lot. And I think that having the patrol out there has helped. And that's just all to the good. Also, any other comments about that? Yeah. So I think I haven't heard anything negative, and I've heard positive things.
I think that's great, that we've heard positive things. I know a while ago we talked about like having like a little community meet and greet with them. Did we want to still try to do that for the new year? Just so that people like, whoever hasn't already met them can like go to the library or something like that.
Sure.
Or Village Hall, really.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, why don't you like put together like a proposal, do that. We'll put it together.
I would want you to be able to be there, so you have to tell me what days would work, but they're here pretty much every day.
No, I can do that.
Community meeting for what purpose?
Meeting the guys to ask questions.
You can ask them questions. I don't think I've ever met them, so I don't know.
I mean, ask the safety patrol.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's more what I meant, like asking, just so that people,
Yeah.
build that community relations with
That's
them
good.
and stuff like that. Yeah, that's more what I meant.
Not me and also when you do that, so.
Yeah.
I think we could, we could, well, we wouldn't be speaking, so if we're just there to watch, we can all be there. if we want to be
I
there.
think it's more like an informal thing. Yeah, oh, in terms of like.
Thing, but us being there, yeah, we can be there as long as we
I'll
don't
sit in the
engage in a
back,
public
it's okay.
debate on issues.
Yeah.
I don't hear anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's not you hear, it's whether you talk.
I know.
The-
Yeah.
That's a little hard.
But yeah.
That's the harder thing, to sit there in the
I'll
corner.
loop everyone in when I.
Yeah, good, thank you
Only for this, we have
yeah, just give us some impetus to get it done.
An evening thing. Yeah, do it like the
They're here
thing
till
on
8 on
here.
Monday through Thursday.
Monday, okay. So I'll text you tomorrow and just, we'll see like what dates work for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have also, I would just say, I've not heard complaints about rats recently,
I mean,
on
they're
wood.
growing now.
which, I think there is, people feel like we have done some things to address it, and I think we probably have, done them. You know, and I think that was a problem came up that we didn't anticipate. I think some of it was exacerbated by the fire, which like created that's why they ended up all the way up there by the garden. And we adapted and we made some changes, and I think it had the intended effect. So thank you, Andy, for what you did with that, and let's keep it up, and it'll be colder now, so it's gonna be a little easier.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, check, that's gonna help.
Doing better too with their rat problem. Cause I think they had like, is it Front Street? Where Terrence Ellis is?
Bridge Street.
Bridge Street, sorry, not Front Street, Bridge Street.
Like Joe's saying, there haven't been complaints
Okay.
lately.
Some people may not be complaining, sometimes people just, they stop complaining, because they don't think it's getting anywhere, but it actually made an impact. I mean, we got the complaints and we did something about it.
Right, like I know that for that street specifically, I remember that once they started putting the garbage in like the receptacles, cause they had decided. Things seemed to calm down, but I didn't wanna forget about them in what
Yeah,
was going on at the plaza.
definitely
Yeah.
the containerizing of trash is an
Yeah.
ongoing effort. I've been meeting regularly with our garbage carter and with our code enforcement guys, kind of going through street by street. Trying to problem solve. Some buildings don't have an alleyway or
Yeah.
a place, and so we try to find different ways for them to actually experimenting with different size cans. We have a couple of landlords who bought some smaller, slimmer toters that fit in a lobby area of their building. So because residents can't haul them up and down the stairs
Yeah.
very easily. So it's definitely, it's kind of an organic process,
Mhm.
looking at each building and trying to figure out who lives there and what
Yeah.
their challenge might be as far as putting their trash out in a proper way.
Yeah.
So it's coming along.
South Broadway, I was on South Broadway early this morning, and a lot of still garbage bags out on the
Yeah.
curb.
Yeah,
Right, I mean, maybe it was a long weekend, there was no collection on Thursday.
Was there pickup today? There was pickup today.
There's
Yeah,
pickup today, yeah. But that's commercial carders.
yeah, the private carter is here every single morning except Sundays, when the dump is closed, they can't haul on Sundays. But each building has pickup days scheduled, which are a little different. And so one of the things we're working with Carlo Menudo, who fortunately has most of the contracts in the village, and Jane, the sales rep, is wonderful. She's a great partner for this, is trying to align the building pickup so that more and more people on South Broadway, if they see the trash out, they're gonna know it's their day. Because it could be Monday, could be Tuesday, Thursday pickup, it could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday pickup. Like each building has a separate contract with the private carter.
So she's trying to line
Yeah,
them all
part of
up
the-
so that
Part
they're,
of
yeah.
the sort of simplifying it and getting the message out. If everybody, like residents tonight, it's Monday and Thursday, it's trash day.
Mhm.
But they can't rely on it quite that way, because each building is a little different.
Different, yeah, no, that makes
So there's the
sense.
educational side to it, there's a container, kind of figuring out which containers can work for different buildings with hallways, which are too narrow to put a container in the hallway, and that matter like that.
Okay,
So there's a fair amount, it's good work to be doing, but it's definitely painstaking. And we're actually trying to put together a better database of building owners, building managers, retail sort of representatives on the first floor, restaurants and so on, and trying to have that all in one place so that we can more easily reach out to people. A lot of the work that happens is basically verbal warnings, like you see something wrong, like Trustee Carlin just mentioned, and if we know kind of who it is, I will sort of educate them on the fly. But also the building department hands out paper warnings, and as far as containerizing trash, it's all been paper warnings so far, no actual appearances, because each building and the tenants are sort of trying to figure out how to do it right
Yeah.
over time. And there's definitely been some improvement, but there's always some people who aren't with the program and we have to keep chasing them.
But it's great that the village is getting a handle on this.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, I mean, it hadn't really been it
Yeah.
hadn't been as big a problem.
Right.
It also smart.
Well,
So it wasn't like there were people for the last 5 years saying, why aren't you doing anything about the rats? I mean, it really.
I'm not talking about the rats, I'm talking about the garbage.
The garbage,
The garbage
that.
management.
Yeah, that's
what I'm
true.
talking
That's
about.
true. Yeah, that's a good evolve. That prompted us to do something very important, the garbage, which was good. Because we really should be organized a little bit better. And
Thanks,
it's
thanks.
not so much the rats, but just the idea of people having garbage, Saturday night, they put the garbage in front of the bars and the bar people hate it.
Right.
So annoying.
But thanks for the efforts, and if you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, any report from the village clerk?
No.
It's been all year. We haven't had one.
Little attorney's missing.
Yeah, he took himself off the list. All right, Andy, do you have anything else you want a departmental report on?
Linda's shaking her head.
Best meeting ever.
I always like to tell you when we're getting some more external funding. And Anne Marie has been working very hard on this one particular little project for like a year or two now, which is getting state reimbursement of half the cost of our leaf machine. We're getting a new leaf machine that sucks them up. And it comes in under kind of the state subsidy for recycling and composting and so on. And so it looks like we finally got a letter basically saying you're now kind of in the list for future award of this $72,000 reimbursement, pays for half that machine.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Love it.
We have another one of those, which I'm hoping to tell you some point, I'm gonna knock on wood. But we're completing a map of the storm drain system with help from our engineers. And you have to go out to each catch basin, look to see where the pipe comes in. Look to see the maintenance status, is it falling apart? Is the brickwork okay? Which way is the water flowing, and gradually mapping the entire storm drain system underground. And when that map is finished, we'll be in a position to apply for a grant that would help pay for a specialized truck that can help us with catch basin cleaning. So just one of those long-term kind of lining up the duckies, and eventually hopefully we'll have good news on that.
All right, anything else?
I'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that, all right.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Or rather, a complaint, but not like a real complaint. On Route 59, all those buildings, are they gonna finish any of that utility work? Cause there are plates there and it's about to snow and it's gonna be a pain in the ass for drivers and everybody. Can you like find out about that?
I will try to find out about that. I know the state DOT
Right,
is
I'm gonna put my ask in
is
there
very,
too.
is
but-
very assiduous about compliance.
Yeah,
So I'm sure that they're just as concerned as you are to try to expedite the removal of those plates and the finishing up.
I mean, I'm not concerned, my car is concerned. It is
Just
concerned.
worry about when you drive over those things, whether it's,
Yeah, but they're a little dicey and it's gonna snow tomorrow, or it's gonna do something tomorrow, there's gonna
Yeah.
be something on the ground.
yeah.
I'm hoping it's just,
Hopefully a plow will hit that,
yeah,
and that's the big danger there. So,
Yeah, there's not gonna be any snow tomorrow.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
I
back
just.
to 4 to 5 inches, back to 4 to 5 inches.
Stop.
4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
I've been seeing
Oh,
it
yeah.
vesting.
Are you kidding?
I'm looking at my phone. I'm just relaying what's on my phone. I am not, this is not my judgment. I'm not sniffing the air and going, yeah, it feels like 4 to 5 inches. I'm telling you what my phone tells me.
For any elementary age child, please do a snow dance because I would like to not go to work.
everyone,
I would like.
I don't think it starts till later in the day, though.
That's even worse.
Okay.
So-
Oh, no, it starts at 6 a.m.
All
6
right,
a.m.
yeah, come on, kids, do your thing.
Yeah, 6 a.m. is yeah, 6 a.m. is like the worst possible time for the snow day. 'Cause you end up getting there and then
They cancel school.
they cancel school. You still have to go back.
Not.
Well, I've got the sleds all ready to go. The sleds are all purchased and in my garage.
Our school district knows better. They know to cancel.
Actually, it's 1 inch of rain.
You think I'm making this
It's
up?
fine, it's
I
fine.
know,
that'll.
You leave it, that's right.
It's fine. I can go to work tomorrow. It's
Well,
fine.
there'll be some weather event tomorrow. If there is a weather event, we have we issue a snow emergency and the people gotta move their cars off the street to get it plowed.
Yeah.
So let's just remind everybody of that. If we do get a snow emergency, let's get another newsletter out to remind everybody about, and our first text message to remind people to move their
I mean,
cars.
maybe just do that like beginning of January.
Well, if we have snow, we have to do it now.
Oh, sure. But we're not, I mean, we're not kidding.
We gotta,
I'm more with Joe Pilot on this one. We're gonna get a dusting.
We don't declare a snow emergency every single time.
oh, we don't do it every time?
No, it's gotta be,
It's gotta be a big snow.
I don't know, some number of inches.
5 inches wouldn't matter?
Whatever the number is, yeah.
Okay, all right, so don't have to worry about it. That's good. I haven't been through a lot, we didn't have a lot of snowstorms last year, so I haven't been mayor for a lot of snowstorms. So I don't know what the protocol is. Yeah, I'll take that. Hey, listen, people should. I get blamed for a lot of stuff that I don't have any control over, so I might as well take it for the good weather. He says right before the snowstorm ends up being 14 inches and we're totally.
No one's like, oh my.
We're totally mummified. Why didn't we get any warning? All right, let's go. We got a climate adaptation business plan. We're doing an adoption of the plan on January 8th. Is that right?
Yes,
That's what that's for, to remind us?
just a reminder, it'll be on.
Okay. New business, do we need to do formal action to renew this, or is this just to remind us?
Verbal is fine.
Okay, last year we started a thing to do staff to incentivize them to get a cancer screening, that if they got a cancer screening, which we really can't check up on them, but if they're on the honor system, that they get
There's a form.
They had a-
They have-
Oh, there's a form they have to fill out,
Yeah, they have.
but they don't give us proof or anything, they got the screening.
Yeah, they bring it to the doctor, and the doctor says he was.
Oh, they get a sting, oh, that's good, okay,
But
good.
they-
So
There's
there's-
no medical
Before, right?
information on it.
we did it this year, it was last year, we're renewing it.
Just-
Oh, that's it. I thought it was even before. That's just
No.
2 years.
This was last year that we
Started last
started.
year, yeah.
Can I ask a question about the wording of how it's worded? Renew mayor staff cancer screening bonus vacation deal. That's a lot of blah, 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 blah.
It was an idea I had last year.
I love the idea. It's just like the wording of it.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing.
More.
They get a bonus
Garden.
if the staff goes and gets a cancer screening, they get a bonus vacation day. It's about incentivizing them to get cancer screenings because they do catch stuff, and we want people to catch stuff before it becomes a problem.
Them to implement this at my job.
Yeah, no, you like it, you just thought it was confusing,
It's just like, it's a lot of botchy words that doesn't really flow.
They put the mayor in there to remind me that I'd asked for this, so that I didn't like say, what are we doing? We're giving away free bonus. That's right. All right, so yes, we're all good with renewing that?
Yes.
It's a nice thing to do for the staff, and it also is, prevention is an ounce of prevention is a pound of cure. Number 11.2, schedule a parking authority meeting for January 8th. Are we
Wait,
good
did
with
we have to like we didn't vote on that now, or that's for another, like, official
that? With
resolution?
renewing the resolution?
You can
Renewing,
vote on it if you want on January 8th. I'll put up as.
Oh, I don't know. I just wasn't sure if we were doing that.
let's vote on January, so it's formal. So it gives everybody on the board a chance to express their concern for the staff well-being, so that's good. And also on January 8th, we're gonna schedule our parking authority meeting, so we're gonna have the meeting starting a little early.
Start at 7.
Do we
No,
start?
no, we start at 7.
We're starting at 7, so we start at 6 or 6:30? 6:30, half hour?
Try to make it pretty quick.
6:30? Okay, parking authority meeting at 6:30. Remember, our meeting started at 7 o'clock
7 o'clock.
next year, 7 o'clock. Move them
Oh,
up.
shoot, yeah, I was wondering why you said that.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, yes.
We moved them up.
Man.
This is the Dennis rule. Get
That's-
Dennis home earlier.
No, this was.
This is my idea. I know it's myself. I'm just.
Look, take credit for stuff that I didn't do.
Are we supposed to have a set number of parking authority meetings per year?
Gotta have some,
Okay.
but
So
there's
it's not a
no,
number.
I don't think there's anything in our village code that says parking
Okay.
authority must meet.
I mean, we should have like on a quarterly basis, we should.
Yeah, no, because I feel like last year we didn't really have them. We had like two.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Yeah,
quarterly,
we got
yeah.
some
we
parking
could-
matters as a village
Yeah.
board
Okay,
too.
right, that's the thing. I can never really like differentiate which is which because of how we kind of do it sometimes, so. A little clarity is never.
Can we have the some parking authority guys?
No, we.
Yeah, we already
we voted for
scheduled that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. good.
All the more reason for it to be at 6:30.
All right, excellent. And communications, we have an application by Jonna Downing for the use of the senior center for a child's birthday party. Anybody have any objections to that?
No,
I have a question about this. I know this is coming up very soon, so I'm not going to object to it, but
oh, shoot.
we should have a policy for these type of usages, private use of village property, like the gazebo, like the senior center, and any other place for a private party, private event. We should have some type of fee schedule. I think it's worthwhile because, you know, somebody can apply now and then all of a sudden
But it's
they're gonna see the senior center being used for a birthday party, a kid's
Just
birthday
in
party.
general, some
It's a
kind
senior
of,
center,
you know.
it's not a head start or something like that. So I think we should, and we talked about this before, Joe,
We
about.
talked about having a fee schedule that we set something, that we was part of the idea of having a policy for the private use of public facilities. We started it because we did the part that determined the factors that we consider when granting the private use, but we should consider there being some sort of like, even if it's nominal, having for people to pay for the use of the village facilities.
So I think you're gonna end up being asked to and wanting to waive it fairly frequently, which is why I've never really pushed for this. Because if you look at the kinds of events that are taking place, you've got residents, at the plaza who wanna have an
Yeah,
Easter
that's what it
dinner
is.
or a birthday
For theirs
party,
anyway, yeah.
or do something on Christmas, serve special breakfast to the seniors. Or have a, like what Carl Dubison
So
does.
let's come up with a schedule that, maybe we make the schedule that Nyack residents are already paying for this facility, so Nyack residents get it for free.
Yeah,
Anybody, because people do come from outside the village to rent the space they want to get reserved space at the park. So that could be something that we charge for, and in the square. And we can have it be a set schedule that, for amount of time. So if someone's using it for, this is probably an hour.
No,
This is
for a
long.
5-year-old birthday.
This is an 8 hour,
Do it.
no, this can't be 8 hours.
that's what you put in.
Yes.
All right, well,
5-year-old
now we're down for 90 minutes. There's no child's party goes for 8 hours. God help us all if this thing goes for 8 hours.
Oh, and the application.
This I assume is a day that they're not using it, that it's not being used, okay,
Yeah.
assume that.
It's a fun.
Okay, so this is fine, everybody okay with this? It's this, they already probably have sent out the invitation, we don't want to disappoint the kiddies.
Right, that's what I said.
All right, so that's all good, but we should have some sort of policy, Joe's correct. I will give another opportunity for public comment. Seeing none, again, you can scream at your computer. Comments from the board of trustees, any final comments?
They're looking for someone in their office up in the housing authority. There's, that's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
gave notice.
Don had
Okay.
said that. He was here earlier.
Don.
Oh,
for
okay.
the-
Oh,
for the
okay.
housing
So
authority.
that's it.
Budget.
Okay. That's it then.
No final thoughts?
Merry Christmas. Happy
Yeah,
New
since
Year.
I will not see you all,
Happy
I
holidays.
wish everybody, actually, we'll see, we have our party, when's the
Happy
staff party?
Christmas.
Thursday at 5,
Thursday at 5 at
right next door at the Burger Lot.
the Burger Loft,
Room.
the exhibition room.
Happy.
All right, so hopefully we'll see you there.
If
Come
you're
celebrate.
ready, we could get our hands on your karaoke machine.
Sure,
Is it in your office right now?
it might be in my office right
The
now.
one that
If not, I'll bring it.
the not so great microphone.
My microphone's fine.
You tried this last year.
Karaoke machine works great.
You
roll me into like.
last year, Andy.
My microphone is perfect, my microphone's
You can
wonderful.
use it for music.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But Kyle apparently is quite the singer.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Just couldn't say that, no.
He's giving the other phone, run for his money.
Holiday party that this was tried.
Yeah.
We definitely sang. Maybe you left before it happened.
No, I came at the end just to see.
All right, we gotta wrap this up. But the party is Thursday, hopefully people.
Happy holidays,
Village.
everyone.
Happy holidays, everybody. Everybody in the village, we wish you all a wonderful holiday season, whatever you're celebrating, and a happy new year. And do we have an executive session?
No,
We don't need to talk about anything?
no, we're not gonna talk about.
Okay,
that.
all right, nothing to talk about? And we're going to, so I'll take a motion to adjourn in the memory of Vincent Cuccia, the founder of Strawberry Place, and warm thoughts for his family and condolences for his family.
Motion.
Second.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We adjourn in his memory.
Oh, you stayed for the whole meeting. That's